Madeira, Manchester, Madrid, Turin, and Manchester again, wreathed in red. Restored to this great gallery of the game, a walking work of art. Vintage, beyond valuation, beyond forgery or imitation. 18 years since that trembling teenager of touch and tease first tiptoed onto this storied stage. Now in his immaculate maturity, CR7.
That is the story of a man who transcended football, the man who won 5 Ballon d'Ors, and the only player in history to three-peat both the Premier League and the Champions League. But what made Cristiano Ronaldo more than just a name on that list? What turned him into one of the undisputed GOATs? Today we're breaking it all down, not the highlights you've seen a million times, but the behind-the-scenes mentality, the work ethic, the obsession that took him to the very top. Get ready, because what you're about to discover is the blueprint to greatness that no academy can teach you. Picture this, it's 2003 and some skinny Portuguese kid just joined Manchester United. Nobody knew it, but football was about to change forever. This wasn't just any transfer, it was the beginning of a legend. Cristiano Ronaldo arrived at Old Trafford with raw talent oozing from every pore. But here's the thing, he had zero end product. The guy could do more stepovers than a drunk ballerina, but when it came to actually putting the ball in the net, not so much. Sir Alex Ferguson, though, that crafty old Scot saw something special in the kid. He knew Ronaldo had the potential to be more than just a fancy-footed show pony. Now, this is where it gets interesting. See, Ronaldo wasn't content with just being good. Nah, this dude wanted to be the best. So what did he do? He turned into a machine. We're talking intense training sessions, day in and day out. While other players were taking it easy, Ronaldo was pushing himself to the limit. He'd stay after hours, practicing free kicks until his legs were about to give out. At first, people thought he was going overboard, but then something wild started happening. Ronaldo wasn't just doing stepovers anymore, he was actually scoring goals. And not just tap-ins, we're talking screamers from 30 yards out. Defenders who used to laugh at his tricks were now having nightmares about facing him. By 2006, Ronaldo wasn't just good, he was unstoppable. This guy broke the 20-goal barrier like it was nothing. And you know what's even wilder? He helped Manchester United win the Premier League after a 4-year drought. The kid who couldn't finish was now finishing off entire teams. But hold up, because we're not even at the best part yet. In 2008, Ronaldo did something that hadn't been done in decades. You ready for this? He smashed George Best's 40-year-old Manchester United scoring record. We're talking 33 goals as a winger. Not a striker, not a center forward, but a winger. That's like a goalkeeper winning the Golden Boot. It just doesn't happen. You gotta understand, this wasn't just breaking a record. This was Ronaldo saying to the whole football world, I'm not here to play, I'm here to dominate. He took what people thought was possible for a winger and threw it out the window. Then he set that window on fire. And the wildest part? This was just the beginning. Ronaldo was about to take his game to a level that nobody, and I mean nobody, had ever seen before. Now, you'd think a guy who just broke records at Manchester United would take it easy, right? Wrong. Ronaldo hit Madrid like a hurricane, and he was about to make 50-goal seasons look as casual as tying your shoelaces. How does someone go from great to unstoppable? See, when Real Madrid dropped 80 million pounds on Ronaldo in 2009, everyone thought they were crazy. That kind of money for one player? No way he could live up to that price tag. But Ronaldo, man, he had other plans. When he landed in Spain, the expectations were massive, like score a hat trick every game kind of massive. And you know what? La Liga defenders were cocky. They were all, yeah, we can handle this guy. Spoiler alert, they couldn't. At first, things were a bit shaky. Ronaldo was good, don't get me wrong, but he wasn't quite the beast we saw at United. The critics started chirping. Overpriced, they said. Can't hack it in La Liga, they said. Man, were they in for a surprise. Then something clicked. It was like Ronaldo remembered, oh yeah, I'm Cristiano freaking Ronaldo. Suddenly his goal tally started climbing. From 30 goals a season to 40, then 50, then 60. The guy was rewriting the record books every time he stepped on the pitch. In his debut season at Real Madrid, Ronaldo scored 33 goals. Pretty good, right? But he was just warming up. The next season, he became the first player in La Liga Liga history to score 40 goals. And he wasn't done yet. In the 2011 to 2012 season, he hit 60 goals in all competitions. 60, and he did it in just 92 matches. That's faster than anyone had ever done it for Real Madrid. Other strikers were losing sleep over this guy. How do you compete with someone who makes scoring look that easy? And here's the kicker. From 2011 to 2016, Ronaldo scored 50 plus goals every single season. 6 years straight. That's not normal, man. He wasn't just dominating, he was changing what we thought was possible in football. Defenders and goalkeepers, they were having nightmares about this guy. How do you stop someone who can score from anywhere, anytime? It was like trying to catch smoke with your bare hands. During this time, Ronaldo wasn't just leading the league in scoring, he was leaving everyone else in the dust. Other top strikers in La Liga, they were fighting for second place. Ronaldo was in a league of his own. Dominating La Liga wasn't enough for Ronaldo though. He had his sights set on something bigger, the Cristiano League. Champions League. And man, what he did there is the kind of stuff that makes you question if he's even human. You know those Champions League nights? Floodlights on, anthem blasting, tension in the air? For most players, it's pressure city, but for Ronaldo, it's showtime, baby. This dude lives for that spotlight. Now, Real Madrid was desperate for their 10th Champions League title. They were pretty sure Ronaldo was the key to unlocking that trophy cabinet. But here's the thing, it wasn't all smooth sailing at first. Madrid kept getting knocked out, and the frustration was building up like crazy. Ronaldo was scoring, sure, but the team just couldn't get over that final hurdle. Then 2014 hits, and something in Ronaldo just clicks. He turns into this goal-scoring phenomenon. We're talking about next-level performances, consistently outmaneuvering entire defensive lines and leaving opponents stunned. Not only did he carry Real Madrid to La Decima that year, their long-awaited 10th Champions League title, but just 2 years later, he led the team to an unprecedented three-peat in the competition, solidifying his legacy as one of the greatest ever. And the records, man, they start falling fast. Most goals in a Champions League season, Ronaldo nailed that with 17 in 2013 to 2014. Scoring in 11 consecutive matches? Yeah, that's his too. It's like he decided to rewrite the history books. Other teams are shook, see? When Ronaldo steps on that Champions League pitch, it's a whole different ball game. His presence alone is enough to make opponents second guess their strategy. But it's not just about the numbers, it's how he performs when it matters most. Take that quarterfinal against Bayern Munich in 2016. Ronaldo dropped a hat trick on them, single-handedly sending Bayern packing. And you know what's wild? For Ronaldo, that kind of clutch performance was becoming the norm. Even other players were in awe. Andrea Barzagli, this defender from Juventus, called one of Ronaldo's goals a PlayStation goal. That's how unreal it was, like something you'd only see in a video game. So what's the deal with Ronaldo's Champions League scoring record? Try this on for size. 140 goals in 183 games. That's almost a goal every game in the toughest club competition on earth. And he was the top scorer for 6 seasons straight from 2011 to 2017. 6. That's not just good, that's otherworldly. But of course, it's Cristiano we are talking about. So even goals wasn't enough for him, so he also became the top assister of the competition. That is beyond crazy. Alright, so Ronaldo's crushing it in the Champions League, but there's this elephant in the room, see? This massive expectation weighing on his shoulders. Cause while he's racking up trophies for his clubs, his country's still coming up empty-handed. How long could Portugal keep falling short? For years, Portugal was that team that just couldn't seal the deal. They'd get close, man, so close you could taste it. Euro 2004, runners-up. World Cup 2006, 4th place. It was like watching a Hollywood movie where the underdog never gets their happy ending. And Ronaldo was feeling all that pressure. Every time Portugal fell short, you could see it eating him up inside. The critics were having a field day, saying he couldn't lead when his country needed it most. But Ronaldo doesn't just take criticism lying down. He steps up his game, big time. We're talking hat tricks against Northern Ireland, last-minute winners against Denmark. The dude was determined to change Portugal's fortunes. Then Euro 2016 rolls around, and Ronaldo's going all out. Scoring, assisting, rallying the troops, you name it, he's doing it. But football's a cruel game, see? In the final against France, Ronaldo gets taken out early with an injury. Everyone's thinking, that's it, Portugal's done. Here's where it gets wild. Ronaldo doesn't quit. He turns into this super coach on the sidelines, shouting instructions, pumping up his teammates. It's like he refused to let his dream die, even if he couldn't be on the pitch. And you know what? Portugal only goes and wins the whole damn thing, their first major trophy ever. The team that couldn't win the big one finally did it, and yeah, Ronaldo might not have played the final, but make no mistake, like he carried that team there. But Ronaldo wasn't done. Nah, he had one more trick up his sleeve. Fast forward to 2019, and Portugal's in the Nations League final. This time, Ronaldo's fit and firing. He drops a solid performance, and boom, Portugal's got their second international trophy in 3 years. Something that no Portugal fan would have ever imagined, but CR7 made it real. So, here's the deal, man. Ronaldo didn't just play football, he straight up rewrote the rule book. This dude turned the impossible into everyday stuff. It's nuts how he changed the game. Next time you're watching a match and some striker bags 30 goals in a season, remember this. Ronaldo's the reason that's now just pretty good instead of legendary. When you see a Puskas-worthy goal, remember that Cristiano had at least 10 of those each season. He raised the bar so high, it's in the stratosphere. But here's the million-dollar question. Will we ever see another player flip the script like Cristiano did? I mean, the guy's influence is everywhere. Young players are copying his work ethic, his style, his mentality. He didn't just dominate, he inspired a whole new generation. That's the real Ronaldo effect, see?